Got a question here asked on lockergnome.net. Where can I get a cheap working iPhone 3GS? Well, first of all, iPhones have never been cheap, and if you're seeing a cheap iPhone, let the buyer beware, or as they say in Latin, caveat emptor. Seriously, that's what they say in Latin. Although really nobody says that anymore because Latin's a dead language. I used to speak Latin actually, but that's not really what we're covering here. Where could you get one that is relatively affordable? At least, in the grand scheme of things. My number one recommendation would probably be a friend. You may know someone who has an iPhone 3GS and they've been chomping at the bit to get the iPhone 4. Give them the excuse. Say, look, I will give you fair market value for that iPhone 3GS that you have because I know you want the iPhone 4. So you make it sound like you're helping them, which you are, right? But you're also getting something in return. You probably have a few friends who have iPhone 3GS and just kind of, guide them, along that path, saying, the iPhone 3GS is good, but wouldn't you rather have that, front-facing camera to do the FaceTime? Really? You don't want that? I'll take the 3GS off your hands. Nah, not a problem. No, it's okay. I was going to get one on eBay anyway, which would be my secondary recommendation. eBay! Why not? I know they're being sold there. The big thing about eBay is you got to watch who you're buying these items from, because the last thing you want to do is get strapped with something that's a cheap knockoff, compared to the original product. And there have been scams perpetrated, and the iPhone is a popular product. Always has been and probably will be for the foreseeable future. Certainly, long after I go gray, which will be in the next 6 months or so. If I get one more threat for unsubscribing on YouTube, I swear I don't know what I'll do. I'm going to stop doing videos if someone threatens to unsubscribe. No, someone threatens to unsubscribe no matter what video I do. And by the way, in terms of getting cheap hardware, I'd recommend eBay, all the way. And there are a few other places you can pick it up from. And as I said before, check with friends first, because generally speaking, you can trust them, at least that transaction that happens. Yeah, you may have another site you would recommend for getting an affordable second-hand 3GS, because that's probably the only way you're going to get one in a, the word being used was cheap, but I think that stands to reason. I don't know if there are any other places that you would recommend, you being the either the chat room that happens to be tuning in live or the YouTube channel, other than those who are unsubscribing. You're unsubscribing.